Hey, my friends, it's Brad, the Bearded Piper, and I hope you all are having a great day. It's like 10 after 7 in the evening. I'm tired. I've been going since 5 o'clock this morning. I just finished sending out my last email in quotes. In fact, my phone just went off. I got another email that I need to read before I go in. And I'm hungry, right? But the best part of having a home office is that while you're doing these things, you can enjoy a pipe. And this is my Prince shape, we're going to call it a Prince, that I got at the Columbus Pipe Show from S&R Pipes, Steve and Roswitha. This pipe was made by Roswitha Anderson, and I love it, absolutely love it. And inside it has some Emerson Southern Forged Cornwall, which I think is a Balkan. We're going to call it a Balkan. I'm going to call it a Balkan, but this is like my fourth pipe of the day. So at this point, I'm calling it a Balkan. You know, if it's something else, you know, Jim, tell me. But anyway, I'm going to get right into the topic. About a month ago, I've talked about various pipe podcasts that I listen to. And about a month ago, I was listening to one of my absolute favorite podcasts, and that's Pipes, Pours, and Pals. I love Mike and Jay from Pipe and Tamper. That is by far my favorite podcast out there. But Pipes, Pours, and Pals is right there. I mean, I really enjoy those guys. I will tell you, if you haven't listened to them, here's a fair warning. The title is very accurate. They talk about pipes, they talk about pours, which is usually an adult beverage, and they're pals. So a lot of their episodes are the pals, right? Them talking back and forth. And sometimes they talk about football, sometimes they talk about food. They talk about food a lot because they're shaped a lot like me. But anyway, about a month ago, Nate, there's Justin and Nate, did a solo episode. And apparently his goal was to interview Captain Kirk, one of the YTPC members here. And Nate didn't use the microphone right, so apparently it was like an hour of him just breathing heavy. So he did a monologue episode. And I learned something that I didn't know. A lot of people out there, before they put their pipe tobacco in a brand new ball jar, they don't wash their balls. They don't wash their ball jars. The thought process is when these are purchased new, they are already clean and ready to go from the factory. I never heard that before. When I was a kid, we always washed the jars before my mom and grandma would can food in it. But I thought, you know what? That's food. That's different because you got to sterilize it. So I'm like, maybe, just maybe they're right. Maybe you don't have to wash your balls, jars. And, when you buy them, they look like this, right? I buy them by the case. So recently I bought a couple cases of balls, jars. And I was curious, do I really need to wash these? Because usually I throw the jars in the dishwasher and I hand wash the lids. And if you don't know the reasoning why you use a mason jar for your pipe tobacco short-term and long-term storage, it's because of this little rubber ring around the edge of that lid. As long as there's no tobacco or deformities around the rim of the jar, you put that right on top. That rubber ring seals, and then when you screw this ring down, it pushes it down and it creates a nice tight seal. After long-term storage, this will actually vacuum itself, as the aging process. I want to say fermentation, but that's not right. Maybe it is. It goes on. So I wanted to know, do I need to wash my balls, my jars? And I, being a salesman and always looking for information that is factual, because no one wants to buy anything off of a guy that makes crap up, I reached out to Ball and I asked them, I'm going to paraphrase because I didn't keep the email that I sent them because it went through their system. So once you send it, it's gone. They don't send you a copy of it. But it went something like this. Dear Ball Jars, as you probably are aware, us pipe and tobacco enthusiasts will store our pipe tobacco in your jars for short and long-term storage. Recently, I discovered that there's a large group of people that believe that the ball jars are ready to use from the factory. They're already clean and that you do not need to wash them. Before I pack some of my precious pipe tobacco away for the future, I want to make sure that I've been doing it correctly and washing them. If I don't need to wash them, that would be fantastic. It would save me a step. Thank you, Brad. So that's paraphrasing. So basically I asked them, hey, can I use this jar right out of the box or do I need to wash it? Okay. So this is the answer I got. It is from it says Ball at the top. It says, Dear Brad, thank you for taking the time to contact Fresh Preserving. We truly appreciate that you reached out to us with your question. The ball jars are not washed prior to packaging. We recommend always washing our jars with warm soapy water, rinsing and drying thoroughly. If I can be any further assistance, blah, 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 blah. It's the standard stuff. If I can be assistance, reply to this email so we can read all of it, and you may get a survey to find out if I was nice. Sincerely, Catherine. There you go, folks. There's the answer. You gotta wash your balls, even if they're new. These ball jars need to be cleaned before you put your tobacco in there. You don't want to get an STD from the bacteria that could be in there, a stinky tobacco disease, right? You don't want to grow mold or an STI, right? A stinky tobacco infestation. You don't want to grow mold. You don't want to do anything to compromise, especially if you're going to put one of these away for 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years. You want to make sure it's clean inside. So wash your balls, my friends. Wash your ball jars. So that's the answer. I got it directly from the factory, which is kind of amazing. I didn't know this, but ball jars are owned by Fresh Preserving, which is owned by Rubbermaid. Makes sense. So, but there you go. There's your answer. Finally, I debunked the myth. You gotta have clean balls. When you have a brand new ball, you gotta wash your balls. The jars. Gotta wash your ball jars. So remember, life is good. It is better with clean balls, jars, and it's even better with a pipe.